In logic and mathematics, a two-place logical operator and, also known as logical conjunction, results in true if both of its operands are true, otherwise the value of false. The analog of conjunction for a family of statements is universal quantification, which is part of predicate logic notation, and is usually expressed with the prefix operator k, or an infix operator. In mathematics and logic, the infix operator is usually a section. In electronics, and in programming languages, and/or and. Some programming languages have a related control structure, the short circuit and, written, and then, etc. Definition: logical conjunction is an operation on two logical values, typically the values of two propositions, that produces a value of true if and only if both of its operands are true. The conjunctive identity is 1, which is to say that ANDing an expression with 1 will never change the value of the expression. In keeping with the concept of vacuous truth, when conjunction is defined as an operator or function of arbitrariety, the empty conjunction is often defined as having the result 1. Truth table. The truth table of introduction and elimination rules. As a rule of inference, conjunction introduction is a classically valid, simple argument form. The argument form has two premises, A and B. Intuitively, it permits the inference of the conjunction A, B, therefore, A and B, or in logical operator notation. Here is an example of an argument that fits the form conjunction introduction: Bob likes apples. Bob likes oranges. Therefore, Bob likes apples and oranges. Conjunction elimination is another classically valid, simple argument form. Intuitively, it permits the inference from any conjunction of either element of that conjunction. A and B, therefore, A. Or alternately, A and B, therefore, B in logical operator notation. Or alternately. Properties: commutativity, yes; associativity, yes; distributivity, with various operations, especially with or; idempotency, yes; monotonicity, yes; truth preserving, yes; when all inputs are true, the output is true. Falsehood preserving, yes; when all inputs are false, the output is false. Walsh spectrum, nonlinearity 1, if using binary values for true and false, then logical conjunction works exactly like normal arithmetic multiplication. Applications in computer engineering. In high-level computer programming and digital electronics, logical conjunction is commonly represented by an infix operator, usually as a keyword such as and, an algebraic multiplication, or the ampersand symbol ampersand. Many languages also provide short-circuit control structures corresponding to logical conjunction. Logical conjunction is often used for bitewise operations, where 0 corresponds to false and 1 to true, 0 and 0 equals a 0, 0 and 1 equals a 0, 1 and 0 equals a 0, 1 and 1 equals a 1. The operation can also be applied to two binary words viewed as bit strings of equal length, by taking the bitewise end of each pair of bits at corresponding positions. For example, 11,110,000 and 10,100,011 equals a 10,010,010. This can be used to select part of a bit string using a bit mask. For example, 10,011,101 and 0000100 equals 0000100 extracts the fifth bit of an 8-bit bit string. In computer networking, bit masks are used to derive the network address of a subnet within an existing network from a given IP address, by ANDing the IP address and the subnet mask. Logical conjunction, and is also used in SQL operations to form database queries. The Curry-Howard correspondence relates logical conjunction to product types. Set theoretic correspondence, the membership of an element of an intersection set in set theory is defined in terms of a logical conjunction, XAA copyright B if and only if a section. Through this correspondence, set theoretic intersection shares several properties with logical conjunction, such as associativity, commutativity, and idempotence. Natural language. The logical conjunction and in logic is related to, but not the same as, the grammatical conjunction and in natural languages. English, and as properties not captured by logical conjunction. For example, and sometimes implies order. For example, they got married and had a child in common discourse means that the marriage came before the child. The word, and can also imply a partition of a thing into parts, as the American flag is red, white, and blue. Here it is not meant that the flag is at once red, white, and blue, but rather that it has a part of each color. See also. References. External links, Haswinkel, Michiel, ed., Conjunction, Encyclopedia of Mathematics, Springer, ISBN A978-1-55608-010-4, Wolfram Math World, Conjunction.